Fat Bald-Sicilian, FBS. I am very grateful for Fat Bald-Sicilian. I'll tell you why. FBS created more channels than Comcast. Okay, FBS endorsed a lot of channels. He created a lot of channels, and I bet he can't count how many channels that he has helped to get monetized, and I'm one of them.
You know, and then it's not like you have no violence on your record until you're 30, and then one night you just decide to go out and kill a cop. It doesn't happen like that.
Fabricio was always a tough kid. He was a tough kid. He had a nice punch. If you hit him, he would knock you the fuck out.
I already had the position. I don't want to say boss, but that's what I was. I had the position. I was made directly with New York, and I didn't have to answer to nobody in my area.
I didn't watch the show, so I didn't really understand the magnitude or, like, you know, how big this moment was.
But you know what? When De Niro asked him to let the old lady stay,
yeah,
you know, and she has to stay with the dog. Well, God, I've never started, huh? You know that scene? And he was like, "Stop."
Anytime I got to shoot at John's restaurant on East 12th Street, which was like a big mob hangout where like Joe the Boss Masseria would like hold court, and I got to work with Ivo Nandi, who played Joe the Boss. Those were some of my favorite scenes.
And the moment you walk in, I could recognize who's at the bar, who's sitting at the table, FBI. And this is the first time that I meet Sonny Franchese.
Matter of fact, outside the Bada Bing, Satin Dolls, we put a curtain in the parking lot. Everyone was wondering, why is that big curtain in the parking lot? We were rehearsing the hanging scene.
I'm living proof, guys. I'm living proof. I mean, no, I'm no millionaire or nothing, but listen, look at my life 4 years ago. I was in a fucking hotel. I was, selling crack. I was snorting coke. I was drinking myself to fucking death. I was literally taking bags full of Ativan just because I wanted to die in my sleep. I was all alone, and now I'm here. I have my family. I have a little bit of money in the bank. I got everything I want. And I got you guys in this channel. So if I can do it, any of you can do it. Yizzo, what's going on, everybody? All right. Today has been kind of eventful. So I basically know what I'm going to talk about. If I miss anything, you guys can fill me in. I was going to postpone the show till like 7 o'clock because I've had it, and I've decided it's finally time to get a new phone, no matter what. So I was going to postpone the show, but I don't feel right doing that. There's already people waiting and stuff, so it'll have to wait till tomorrow. Anyway, definitely have some good things to talk about. We're going to clown some people for sure. I'm just curious. Did SoFlo end his show and put it on private? Because I turned it off. I went back to see if he was still on, and it was not there. I just got a text from DJ Kaz, they just raided P. Diddy's homes in LA and Miami for sex trafficking case. Yeah, I just put that in SoFlo's chat. Yes, they did. And it appears that SoFlo is going to prison. I just heard, now I don't know if this is true, it's like one of those gossip YouTube channels. I just heard that his kids are basically in handcuffs at his home. He's on a jet heading to New York, and the feds are waiting for him when he gets there. So I think it's safe to say he's fucked. We'll see later on in the day, but it appears that he is fucked for sure. Let me see here what we got. Miss Can't Be Wrong, Albaz. No, I put it on, but they were just having a conversation when I put it on. Did Kasparoza tear them apart or anything? Because I'm going to address Fish too. I'm definitely going to do that. Fish is a cocksucking liar, and I'm going to explain why in a second. Let me start the shout-outs over. Miss Can't Be Wrong, Albaz, hey now. Sally, Dave, FBI, Stevie the Gypsy, Casey Robinson, the shaky shooter. Best line Lee ever dropped. Which one is that? Oh, FBS. We talked about this. Yeah. Bobby Barbarian. I did not hear that. Frankie Cicero. That's facts, B. Yeah, Diddy's on the run right now. D. Gainey. Wait. They're doing well. I hope the same for you and yours, my friend. Don Vito Cassioferro. Yes, some really hard time for Diddy. He's used to living in the lap of luxury, and he's going to be in a cell somewhere in a federal prison. Of course, he's not going to get the same treatment me or you would get. You know, believe that. That motherfucker will PC up so quick. Diddy's a bad boy for life. Yeah, sure. Stu Bots, what's up, FBS in the chat? Have a great show. Thank you, Stu Bots. Good to see you. Robert B. Yeah, for real, D. Gainey. Soretti, what up? What up? Thank you for that thing you sent me, by the way. Yeah, it appears that way, Bobby. Diddy got out? What do you mean he got out? Big Mike, a.k.a. Hellcat 19. Good to see you. It's been a while. Joe Bag of Donuts, I shouted you out, right? I know someone who knows someone who says Diddy is fucked. Yeah, me too. I said it to myself. So, all right. Hopefully this show pays off. We get some donations going and shit, because I did pass up my only opportunity today to go get myself a new fucking phone, because this phone is driving me batty. Even trying to text or comment, I'm sorry, in SoFlo's chat was damn near impossible. I swipe a word, it shows up 5 minutes later. Should I just leave the show right now and go get a new phone? You tell me. I think I got something here. Let's see. Oh, no, they're from yesterday. All right. Maybe should I end the show and go get a new phone? What should I do? Fuck no, I'm not getting an iPhone. And that's not what I have now. You already know. He might do an Epstein. Yeah. Not nice, Sean Landon Clark. Who shot you? Who rated you? Nice. Maverick. RPMJ. Oh, is it YouTube? That's the problem, or my fucking phone? Well, thank you, War. Chris Capello. All right. Yeah, I'll wait on the phone for you guys. Hopefully you'll compensate me nicely for that. No, just for the show. So anyway, Fish is a fucking scumbag loser. Let's make that clear. Now, do I care that SoFlo and Chicago Muscle had a nice conversation with him and are cool with him? No. Am I going to attack him everywhere he goes? No. Am I going to spend a whole lot of time talking about him? No. I'll talk about him today, and that's pretty much it. But I can't stand fucking liars. I can't stand liars. And Fish is a huge liar. Before I even get started, be honest, guys. Many of you may not have seen it. Some of you may have. If you saw Fish in Lefty's chat talking shit about my wife a long time ago, please put a 1 in the chat. Be honest. Be honest. Big Vic 1965. What up? What up? There you go. And there's Miss Campy Wrong's info if you want to hook her up. Really, Albaz? Oh, War saw it. War saw it. Now, SoFlo asked, do I have proof? I'm not going to have proof of something like that. I never paid attention to Lefty's chat like that. Somebody called me one night and said, Lefty is talking shit about your, Fish is talking shit about your wife in Lefty's chat. So I went and looked, and he made some comment. He made a few, but the one I remember specifically is something like, Shanna prostitutes herself to pay the bills. I am sure of it. I am positive of it. Why the fuck would I make that up? Why? If you never talked about my wife, I don't say you did. And honestly, I'm not going to hold any real resentment towards you if you didn't. Fish could fuck with me all day, talk shit about me all day, every day. He does, as a matter of fact. I don't care. That shit rolls off my shoulders. I don't even take him seriously as a real person. Okay? If you talk about my wife, I'll never, well, sometimes I forget things you said, but I know whether or not you talked about her. Okay? And Fish talked about her. And look, let's see who saw it. We'll just do a real quick one. War, Dave, I already said their names, I believe. Miss Can't Be Wrong, Stevie the Gypsy. So that's 4 people right there. Bobby says, honestly, don't recall. Thank you for answering honestly. Okay, and Jesse Roth summed it up right here. Fish lies. Now, I know, Chicago and SoFlo might not be as aware of him or as familiar with him as we are. And like I said, I don't care if they talk to him and are cool with him. I'm not, going to be a dick. I'm just saying that this is what Fish does. People cannot ever forget that Fish is a troll. That's what he is. Okay, so by nature, he lies about everything he does. Okay, that's what trolls do. Fish has talked shit about all types of people, and then right away, almost immediately after it happens, he starts denying it. Okay, and Fish knows I ain't gonna have a fucking screenshot of him talking about my wife a year and a half ago or some shit. He knows that. I don't have to prove shit. I don't lie, Fish. If I say it, it's true. And it's a fact that you did it and other people saw it. You talk bad about my wife, you scumbag. Okay, so I don't care who's cool with you. I'm not mad at anybody, but I never will be. You could fucking die tomorrow for all I give a fuck. I don't care about you. Okay, I'm certainly not going to lie about you. This is what you did. And if you were a fucking real man, you would have said on SoFlos today, all right, you know what, Chris, maybe I was drunk because I heard you're a lush. I heard you drink a lot. Not like I'm shocked about that. You would have said, all right, you know what? I don't see why FBS would lie about that. If I said something like that, I apologize. And that was it. That would have been it. Would I like you or let you participate in my chat? No, but I'd let it go. If you were actually a man about it. You talk shit about a lot of people's family members, bro. That's what you do. And then you immediately start denying it. Okay. And you talk nice like you did the SoFlo in Chicago. You kiss their asses today, and then they see you as a good guy. And, I don't know whether they believe you or not, really doesn't matter. But that's what your goal is, to convince them that you're this good guy who would never talk shit about anybody's family members. Meanwhile, that is your fucking MO. That's what everybody knows you for, doing shit like that. Forget about just talking about family members. You've said and done some of the most egregious shit on here in the last couple of years. And then you immediately turn into a big pussy coward and start denying that you did it. So I want to talk about something, and we'll see if you deny this. I am pretty sure that I know who you are. I know your name, Michael Anthony Auciello. I know your name and all that. Okay. Now, I think I heard somewhere you live in Minneapolis. Not quite sure. But I'm 99% sure this is you. One of the reasons is because, let me get down to it. In 1995 in Florida, this Michael Anthony Auciello caught a bookmaking charge. And I believe you've spoken about something like that before, right? Well, guess what his next charge is? Anybody want to guess what his next charge is? I'll give you a second to guess. I guess nobody dug this up on you yet, Michael. No, but it's all good, Chicago. To be honest with you, so many people have done it at this point, we don't even take it seriously. The only reason I'm even doing this is because he lied about it. He lied about doing it. It was a long time ago. I don't know if he's done it since, but he lied about it. And nobody has to be mad at him for this. No, not diddler, not R-worder, but you're getting warmer. You're getting warmer. Prostitution, yeah. Yeah, I saw that. On Kasparova's show. Domestic assault. Misdemeanor domestic assault, okay? Intentionally attempts to inflict bodily harm on another. All right, so domestic assault in 2021. That's pretty fresh. 2021, you got a domestic assault. Maybe you could tell us about that someday. Disposition, conditional release. I wonder what that means. Probation, parole, what could it be? But you were locked up, obviously. You were locked up. Otherwise, there wouldn't be anything as a, like a conditional release on your fucking record here. Domestic assault. Okay, so why do I have this feeling you're not exactly, respectful towards women and shit? Why do I get this feeling? You're going to call somebody's wife a prostitute, and who knows what you called anybody else's wife. Okay, but I'm pretty much goddamn positive this is you. And trust me, by the end of the night or so, I'll find out 100%. Let me get to some comments before I go on because I'm way behind. I don't even know if I shouted out FBI for gifting one Fat Bald-Sicilian membership. Thank you, FBI. I appreciate that. One, everything FBS related to the point Lefty would tell him. One, everything FBS related to the point Lefty would tell him to shut the fuck up. What do you mean? If somebody talked about me, he would tell him to shut the fuck up? Since when? Is that what you're saying? Because maybe that's a new thing I don't know about, but certainly not in the past. So that's fish, right? And I'll do more research as time goes on. Okay, but the only thing that really aggravates me at this point, because who gives a fuck what he says? He's a fucking scumbag. He's a troll. He's an idiot. He's nobody. He's just a dick rider who hangs around YouTube all fucking day. You call his name like 3 times, like Beetlejuice, he shows up. He's always there. Okay, so it's the fact that you lie about it. You have the balls to call me a liar and say that I'm bullshitting. Okay, bro. If there was 250, 300 people in here, you know how many people would say that they saw that? But even just 4 is enough. Okay, a lot of people, and there's somebody else who, the person who called me, was looking right at it that night. Okay. Hold on, Miss Campbell. Who is that? Give me a second. Let me get back down here. Hold on. Wait a minute. Drop the link and don't block me like a coward. I got beaten up by Bridget the Midget, and I will blame the basketball players. He said that 3 times in a row. So I'm assuming Daddy Dick Dents is a psycho fucking path, right? Like maybe schizophrenic. If that's what you have to say, bro, I'm good. If you wanted to debate with me, cool. But if you want to come on here and tell me you got beaten up by Bridget the Midget and you're going to blame the basketball players, I'm good, bro. What the fuck is he talking about? Isn't he usually just talking shit about me? That would make more sense. I'm on a roll here. Stop fucking with me. Trying to throw me off my game. Let me get back up to where I was with the comments now. He drinks like a fish. Oh, I believe it. One day Fish might like you, next day he will talk shit about you. That's what he does. That's literally, Miss Can't Be Wrong, what he does. You know what I mean? He'll talk shit about you, your family, whatever, and then the next day he'll act like, oh, he's a big fan. I never wanted to say anything about you. I broke balls a little bit. Yeah, okay. He's pissed everyone off. Yes, absolutely. Fish has hundreds of accounts too. Yeah, the definition of a troll. Beck, that is surprising, isn't it? Who the fuck knows? Fish is another Tony Pizza, but with a house. That's what he is. Yeah. Muzz, he came to my chat the other day and pissed off many women, but I played. I got to get to your next one. Did you, I'm assuming I'm assuming this guy was blocked already. All right, let me get down here. Fish showed his DD 214. Navy only 18 months, was kicked out dishonorably. Is that a fact? Because when I went back on Kasparov's show to look up his DD 14 or to look at it, you couldn't even fucking read it. Look, somebody else sent me a comment. If only I could find it. Fish supports MRE. That should be enough to make him a piece of shit. There you go. All right. He's a scumbag. And now we know he was locked up for probably beating up a woman in his house. No need, Ronan 456. Because I could right now. I could fucking demolish your family right now. I got all their names right in front of me, Fish, but no need to. No need to stoop to your scumbag level. Unless you say some other shit. Then I'll have no problem stooping to your level. Chicago Muscle, I tried to get Shanna. Sorry, I don't know what he said, but if he does talk, oh, that's the one I kind of looked at earlier. Bro, I know you did. Don't even sweat it. I know you guys certainly didn't do anything wrong. Because that's what he does. He plays the nice guy. So if you're somebody who's never spoken to him before, you're like, oh, he's not a bad guy after all. He has a good sense of humor. He seems likable, And then next time you see him, he's a completely different fucking person. Let me get down here. He was highly misogynistic in my chat and couldn't handle when I was challenging his verbiage and facts. No, of course not. I'm not sure, miss. Probably. He's everybody's fanboy at one point or another. Fish always talked about you. Okay, all right, yeah, I got you, Casey. Yeah, he did. Muzz, I think he thinks women are dumb, and I know the difference between forcing and introducing, and he just tried to pivot his argument and change the verb as if I wouldn't notice. Yeah. Well, that's him. He'll say something, and then seconds later, sometimes he'll say, "No, you took it the wrong way, or you read it the wrong way, or you." That's him. Yeah, absolutely. Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon. He said that's why he was kicked out of the Navy. He beat the shit out of someone. No, it was before, don't ask, don't tell, and he got caught with a kick in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? My friend banged Bridget the midget, not a joke. I don't get that. I saw her on Stern. I don't get it. I don't get. You could be the hottest midget in the world. You still ain't hot. You know what I mean? You're still a midget. So I don't get it. I don't get that shit. More people would have heard if it was any other show. Not very many of us ever watched Lefty's show. Just saying. Oh, I know. But I knew certain people heard it, and I know if somebody else, or I'm sorry, read it. Because he put it in the chat. He wasn't on the panel or anything. I bet he smells of fish too. Mike's like, didn't Fish get abused big time on Lefty's show by that one guy? He made him look stupid. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, he does. Hey now, $20. Match or be forever damned. Thank you, Hey Now. As you guys know, Hey Now is one of the biggest sponsors of this show, and he said match. So do the right thing. Don't be an asshole. And match Hey Now. And come on, guys. I didn't bitch yesterday. It's been slow for several days now. If you can hook a brother up, don't tell me that I missed out on getting the new S24 Ultra for nothing. Please. It'll break my fucking heart. He was bounced out of the Navy for pissing dirty. Is that a fact? Fish claims he hates MRE. Trolls just love keeping FBS's views up. Yeah, no shit. Stupid asses. Put it on. Can somebody? Miss Can't Be Wrong. See, I don't know if you could do it. I think you can, but I'm not sure. I'll do it real quick. I'm going to put it on subscribers mode. I should do this every day. Every motherfucking day. Oh, okay. Thank you. Miss Can't Be Wrong. I appreciate it. I'm going to start doing that at the beginning of every show. Yeah, he is. That's what he is, Stevie the Gypsy. And like today, he was being friendly with Chicago and SoFlo. Tomorrow, he'll be talking shit about them somewhere. Is Fish if Fish isn't an MRE supporter, why does Casperosa have him on his panel? I don't know. I don't know what went on. Yesterday, I said something that I saw Fish on Chicago Muscles panel. I think I got confused. I think it was Casperosa's panel. Was Fish on the night before too? Because that's probably what I saw. And no offense to Casperosa, but when I see Fish on, I just bounce. You know what I mean? It's fucking. Oh yeah, for real. Seems he plays the nice innocent guy on panels, but talks mad shit about families and chats. It's what he does. Let me see something. Give me a second, guys. All right, guys. This is going terribly, so I just asked Shanna to go see if we could still make it to the fucking store so we could get new phones. I'll shut the show down real quick and just go. Fuck that. I knew I should have postponed this show. Fish has been pretty consistent on the anti-Nazi stance. He's made arguments that he can't go back from. That motherfucker can go back from anything. Fucking flip-flopping scumbag. Yeah, for real, FBI. His argument, or women are forced into trade schools and don't really want to do it, is for society woke shit. I said, do people fill out their applications for them? How are they forced? Good question. Let me get down here. I used to always talk shit about FBS on lefties, but came here one night kissing FBS's butt. Did you really, Jesse? Well, now that I know that, I'm taking your wrench and blocking you. How dare you? A douchebag, Matt. That's who calls themselves Fish. D Gainey, I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, I remember when it was Fish Tank. Yeah. Water break. That's fucked up, D Gainey. I never said such a thing. I say water. I gotta wait for Shanna's answer here. If Shanna comes back with a yes, I'm shutting the show down and leaving. And I'm hoping she comes back with a yes. I was hoping I wouldn't come on here and wind up regretting the fact that I skipped possible plans, and now I'm regretting it. Fish was late last night. He always is. He's a fucking drunk. It could be that too. FBI. I got more shit to talk about. Damien, I want to touch on him. I'm going to tear some clowns apart today, depending on the situation I'm in right now. Oh, you meant Fish? Oh, I was going to say, Jesse, I was confused. Fish has no malice. He's jaded, cuz. Yeah, that's his word. Let me me see. Oh, fuck me. Waiting for Shanna. Depending on her answer, I might get on with it. I might shut it down anyway. Can't stand people who say what or me neither. That's why I'd never say it. Never. Not in a million years. Oh, and let me clear this up. I'm better at saying things, it takes me a while sometimes to explain. If it's something complicated like this, it's something I need to do on here rather than like over the phone on SoFlo's show like earlier. The Joey Molino thing, and I think most of you, the people who watched the whole show, got this, but I think SoFlo was sent a clip where I said that Joey's policy, Joey Molino, is that he could tell on his enemies but not his friends, and I think SoFlo took that as me saying that Joey said that basically that Joey's policy really is that. I was stating my opinion because what I was seeing on Vlad. I was seeing I talked about it yesterday on the show. He talked about Ron Previty's crimes, Tommy Horsehead's crimes. He talked about I think he talked about Rubio's crimes. He talked about another guy who was, if he got out of court in time, he was going to go take a bet. He was a bookie. And he talked about Sammy the Bull's crimes. And I'm sure there's others. But when asked about his friends, like when Scarfo became boss, I don't know nothing about that. I don't want to talk mob stuff. You don't want to talk mob stuff because it's your friends. Hold on, guys. All right, here we go. Sorry, trying to make plans. Anyway, that's what I was trying to explain yesterday is that the reason I did the short I did it. Like people said, oh, you're reaching. This is public record. No shit. But so is the fact that Scarfo became boss. But Joey won't talk about that because he looks up to and admires and respects those people because they took their sentences like a man. They're the good guys, all that horse shit. Okay? He respects guys who die in prison. That's his favorite type of person. So I wasn't saying that Joey has said that his policy is, oh, we could tell on enemies, but not friends. No, I was saying that from what I see, Joey will talk about his enemies' crimes, solved or unsolved, with no problem. But when you ask about one of his friends, even though their crimes are public record too, there's been convictions, everything else, he don't know anything about that. And why does he say that? Because that is what you're supposed to do if you're in that life. You don't know about anybody's crimes, but he's a hypocrite. Okay, so he says, no, I don't know nothing about this. I don't want to talk mob stuff. And then he'll spend the rest of the time talking about mob rats and mob trials, and he'll talk about all their crimes openly. So I wasn't saying that Joey said that. I felt bad when SoFlo said that on his show today, so I called him. I was saying that from what I could see, that's Joey's thing. He feels like it's okay to do one but not the other. But bottom line is, okay, if you feel like you're ratting, if you talk about Nicky Scarfo becoming boss, talking about Sammy killing Alan Kaiser is the same thing. It's just that, like many people, he's a hypocrite. Like many people on MobTube, I should say. So He was a good man, referencing a homicidal maniac that was Nicky Scarfo. Yeah, exactly. He actually said on Vlad's show, I'm a voice for the good guys. And Nicky Scarfo is the type of person he feels is a good guy. He pushed a horse off a cliff. He fucking killed everybody. He was a horrible, evil individual. But that's the warped mind of these mob guys. They actually were raised to believe that they are doing the right thing and everybody else is wrong. It's very bizarre. I'm waiting. Shannon's calling a different store. Not a dime. Very discouraging. I really wanted to talk about Damien too. I have some words for him. Yeah, which is a he doesn't see the irony in that at all. All right, guys. Mustache Pete, if you're in that life, you shouldn't be in an interview on YouTube. It's all fucked up. All he did was talk about how the government and rats are out to get him, took zero responsibility. Yeah, and I can't respect that in a man. I can't. It's part of being a man. You got to take responsibility, you know? And I know because of the life, they're supposed to deny certain things, but you can just not act like a victim. Like just once you could say, listen, I decided to be a criminal, because he doesn't deny that he was a criminal, right? I mean, if you rob armored cars and do shit like that he's willing to talk about, you're a criminal. He doesn't say, it was my choice to become a criminal. So when people, rat me out, he'll never say that. He'll never say that. Like Freeway Ricky did. I'm so disgusted with myself right now. Fucking. Hope all is well, Mustache Pete. Yeah. We don't see Mustache Pete too often anymore. Must be because he has a busy life. No, that is why it is. I know that. Whomever he considers a rat, he'll talk about, but not anyone else. Yeah, well, yeah, I guess you'd have to say they were all rats, but that goes back to that theory, I guess, that it's okay to rat on a rat. If you're in that life, it's not okay to rat on anybody, and it's not okay to come on a fucking YouTube show that millions of people are going to see and say that a guy killed a kid when he was never even convicted for that fucking crime. See what I'm saying? So Joey is being coached by the Pope of We Push Back. Good name. Yeah, he is. Fish was mentioned in an unpublished book called The Marijuana Mafia. Is that true? The hypocrisy is through the roof with wise guys. It's insane. I'm all fucking fuck it. I'm not going to go on with the show. I had a whole shitload of stuff to talk about that I was going to talk about, but this is not worth my time. I love you guys, but there's only so much of this I could take. So I'm going to go for now. I don't think I'll come back on later, but I might. All right, guys. Salute.